What's good, LORCANA fans?
Hi.
Hola.
We're back after 1 month out.
It's crazy.
Not doing any LORCANA Overcooked as we were kind of trying to drill in for Milwaukee. It was a good time.
It worked
Yeah,
out for 3 of our guys, so it was pretty
yeah.
nice.
It was. If you caught the podcast on Tuesday with the Ohana boys and me, of course. Um, we kind of talked it down. If you didn't see it, check out our YouTube. It's uploaded. It's on a VOD on Twitch. You know, all of the above. We have as everybody can see, we have a special new guest.
Hi.
Our resident overcooker in our locals. She overcooks, but it somehow never burns, unlike me and Alrix. Uh,
Yeah, true.
she is joining us as a overcooked co-host, which is super exciting. Everybody,
Yeah.
welcome Jenna in. We're gonna go over some of her decks today. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
We have one
Excited.
deck from me, 3 decks from Jenna, and 2 decks from Al. And we're gonna kind of like roll through this because I'm excited for this new format. We're cooking set 10, by the way. There's a poll in the chat too, guys. Are we gonna cook or are we gonna overcook today? So let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. So
I got
yeah,
one that's definitely overcooked.
my deck is a 100% overcooked.
That's crazy.
It's yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, last set I tried to make this work and it was just like too slow for the format. So, and like the body
Oh,
it's locations. Like of course, I got to build a locations deck. Honestly, I'm tempted to build try to build a amethyst emerald locations build, but I digress. We'll talk about
that's
that.
crazy.
So, Jenna, give us a little background. How long you been playing Lorcana? Like, what kind of decks you've been cooking up? What are you excited for set 10?
So I started playing Lorcana kind of towards the end of set 1, early set 2. Had a friend at work that kind of told me about the game. I used to play Magic back in the day, qualified for a couple Pro Tours. But he got me into the game kind of towards the end of set 1. Tried a couple shops, ended up finding Dragon's Horde and the Ohana Squad and all that, and really dug into it from there. As far as like decks that I've been really excited for or been brewing in the past, since kind of during set 9, I've been working on like a Ruby Steel deck with Tinkerbell, like the 2-drop legendary Tinkerbell that if you play a character with cost 5 or greater or strength 5 or greater, you can have it enter exerted and gain 2 lore. And I've been really trying to brew around that card all through set 9, and I'm kind of psyched to show y'all a brew with the new cards from set 10. Very excited for Ruby Steel, a couple other decks that are looking spicy this format. So yeah,
Very spicy.
There's a lot of spice to be had this set. To be fair,
yeah.
we did have some submissions from the Ohana group. Some people did send us some deck lists. If you are in the chat and you want to send us a deck list, send it to me. If you're one of the Ohana members, if you're not an Ohana member, find me on Discord or something. Send me your list. We'll talk about it. I love breaking down people's lists. So we'll let's dive right into it. Which list do you want to go through first, Jenna? Because we're gonna swing into your list first.
All right. If we're gonna go into mine, let's just start with the Mono Emerald build. I think it's just kind of like very overcooked.
Mono Emerald is crazy. First,
It's because it's a champion. That's why.
what is the champ? Hold on, who's the champion?
Goofy.
Okay, so we got the champion, which is like the
Oh.
new Goofy, which
Yeah.
gives all of your Emerald characters, whenever they're challenged, you banish the challenging character. Which, first off, is pretty sick. You know, we've had it on cards like, you know, Cusco and other things before that haven't maybe necessarily seen the most play, but giving all of your characters this on top of like having decent stats for the body is just very good. And then it also gives all of your Emerald characters ward, which is pretty wild too.
Gas.
It's pretty cracked.
Absolute gas.
So this is kind of I took a little inspiration. I played a little bit of the green purple list towards the end of the format because as someone who didn't own Dumbos for a great portion of the format, I was trying to force to find ways to, you know, to beat those decks. You know, I kind of enjoyed the green purple list towards the end of the format, and it contained like a ton of balance with cards like Gothel, Mother Knows Best, things of that nature. And I wanted to kind of take some of the same energy from that deck into this list, and bring like a good bounce package to it. And I don't know, with this list, you know, obviously, you know, you're just playing, you know, playing all the good Emerald cards. We got the new, you know, Prince Philip combo with the 3-drop and 9-drop Prince Philip, shifting to banish all damaged characters.
Did you play the song, right?
Yeah, I think it's like something mean and scary, malicious, mean and scary, or something like that.
That card is crazy.
Yeah, so
good.
So with that, you know, you can sing. Obviously, you can sing it with Baby Philip and shift on top of it. He has ward already, so he's a good, you know, he's a good character just to kind of leave sitting there on the board until you can actually achieve the combo. Unless, you know, you got the new cards like Spooky Sight and things like that could potentially interrupt that game plan. But aside from a lot of cards like that, seems to be a very, you know, sticky card on the board. Cooking a little bit with the Shere Khan.
I
think that Shere Khan's really good. Yeah.
There's a 6 cost uninkable. It's a little scary, you know, to have some uninkables that don't do things like, or do something like immediately when they enter the battlefield. But I feel like the effect is just so strong. You know, if it sticks for a turn, you know, or two, like, you really can start making some, you know, putting your opponent behind, like very behind on board, and kind of close out the game. So yeah, this is just basically a list that tends to take like maximum advantage of the Goofy and giving all your characters ward, making it really hard for your opponents to deal with.
It does.
To deal especially with your cards.
Yeah, especially like next, like this, that with steel and everything. Yeah, I feel like that. Like, the board is gonna be such a problem for people.
Yeah, now that we have like the new Thunderbolt card, or you know, the new Zeus or whatever, and things like that, I feel like people are going to start bringing a lot more songs back, which is why we're playing Ursula.
Yeah.
In the list, a few copies of Ursula just to get like some of that redundancy and protection. Yeah, one card I really want to highlight, and one card I'm like super excited about in this new set is the Shift Webby. I really feel like Shift Webby is going to make a big impact on this format.
First off, this card is cute as hell.
Yeah, the Enchanted is adorable. Yeah, the Enchanted is adorable.
Yeah.
So I personally think this card is cracked. Not only just as like, you know, obviously the second effect of like getting to ramp when your opponents are ahead on ink is very good.
Yeah.
The fact that she's just like a shift 2 with a, you know, a decent 1-drop line or whatever.
And with ward.
Yeah, and ward as like a 2 and a 2/4.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you know, shift her very early, and you know, say you sing a song like Mother Knows Best, or
You're welcome.
You're welcome to give your opponents extra cards for Clarabelle and things like that. Can really help you kind of gain that like tempo early in the game. As well, just being a solid 2/4 quester. I don't know. I think Webby is like sleeper, like either second best or maybe third best legendary in the format. I don't know. Like I feel like this card is super cracked, and
this is killing me.
It'll be in some more of my 100% green
is crazy. Never thought I'd see a mono green.
So
mono
another like
amethyst, absolutely.
Another like fun interaction that I've learned with these new the new what are they, boost cards or whatever. The Megara, her boost up cost is only like 1. And essentially every turn you can just kind of put a card under her as long as you have the ink on your turn to do it. And with Mother Knows Best, you can kind of build a secret hand or whatever. You can kind of, you bounce your own Megara and like return all the cards that have boost under her to your hand and like use it almost as like a form of card draw.
Yeah.
That's actually so really good. I didn't think about that.
No, yeah.
So that's like another reason why we're going like for Mother Knows Best in the deck. Not only just for the bouncing like your opponent's stuff, but also potentially using it with Megara to to get a little bit of a grit back. So
I feel like Mother Knows Best has definitely been seeing like a comeback. Like last set, I know like that was like one of the cards. It was either that or Chaos. I can't remember the name of the whole card right now.
Stopping Chaos in his tracks.
Yeah, like that. Like those two cards were like talked about for the Emerald Sapphire build, right? Like, but I think that in a deck like this, like when you have the ability to shift on 2 and like sing Mother Knows Best or whatever, like you're essentially like losing that uninkable in your hand. It's pretty good. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's like Chad was suggesting. I could definitely see like a one-off copy of Bend, or maybe potentially we're not really playing a ton of uninkables in the list already. Like I think we're playing the Shere Khan, the Goofies, and Mother Knows Best are uninkables. So
only 9 uninkables is really good.
Yeah, I could definitely
for being a mono emerald, 9 uninkables is insane, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel like so many cards in Emerald that you like want to play are uninkable, and it's like so annoying.
Yeah. So I don't know. Overall, I'm really happy with the list. Like if it'll be good or not, we're
definitely have to try it though.
Yeah, but it definitely looks very fun. And if nothing else, just the novelty of your opponent just like guessing when, like, where's the next color coming from?
Where's they missed ramp? I can do whatever I want now.
Right.
I'm testing this on the Forbidden website later for sure.
So yeah, definitely looks like a fun, spicy list to try. A good starting point for a monocolor deck. So
the chat is very interested for why you did not opt in for a Bend.
So
with the amount of bounce.
To be honest, it's mostly because I was excited about the new cards. I definitely think it could make. I definitely think it could have a home in this list.
We've been a victim to that sometimes,
Yeah, I definitely think it'd have a home in this list. There's plenty of, well, I won't say like plenty of room for cuts, but I do think that there are like some numbers you could trim with either Mother Gothels, like Shere Khan might just be a one of, or something to that extent. But I think initially, like when I was like brewing the list, I was thinking about jamming my opponent's hand with as many cards for Clairvaux as possible. Just
drawing everything.
Yeah,
the Max Goof combo could be really good.
Yeah, I considered Max Goof for this list, but when I was like thinking about what shift packages I want to include, you're already running Clairvaux, Philip,
Mother
Gothel,
Webby.
Yeah. So there's like 4 shift lines in the deck already, and in order I think to like really like fit that in, one of those would have to go. And I don't know. I think Mother Gothel is kind of one of like my pet cards. I really just think the card is like a good like tempo shift sometimes, even if it's your opponent's choice.
You could always do one of my favorite cards that's green, the Hercules one that you just let anybody play whatever.
This might be a hot take, okay? This is gonna be a hot take, but I feel like you could just play the small goof, max goof.
Yeah.
Because you can bounce the card back to your hand, right? Like realistically, you could bounce your own card back to your hand, but then you just like
continue getting the balance
playing it and getting your actions back. Also, okay, so when you built this list, so once you said you wanted to go over this list first, I thought about it and I was like, I wonder if this has the Robin Hood. Remember, I don't even remember what set it was now. What was it, like
the one that
4?
if you, for each character they have on the board,
that's
you
damage.
get to play it. Yeah, damage. You can pay one less.
And then like there's one that like gains the lore for every damaged character on the board.
That
like
card's
I was
also
thinking about that too. With this card. This card is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I could definitely. I was scrolling through Facebook today, and actually, in like one of the LORCANA groups, I saw someone had like a similar build or whatever, and they were running that Robin Hood, the one that costs like 9 or something, costs like 2 less for every damaged character.
Yeah,
I think it's like for every. But I thought it was like for every point or something, right?
For every damage. I think it's just for every damaged character. Well, because like the Gaston and the Robin Hood have similar effects, but they are worded differently. One is like for each ping of damage, and one is
for each 1 damage on an opposing character, you pay 1 less to play this character.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so that's kind of gas. Can't lie.
Yeah, the 6/6/4 4-quester ward.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of room for trial and error. This is like a kind of like my initial take on the deck or whatever. But I do think there are obviously some like very spicy inclusions that could be, toyed around with in this as well. So
yeah, for sure. I like this list. I think
it's really cool.
I think it's cooked. We're not burning yet, okay? If me and Alaric tried to do this, the whole kitchen would be on fire.
I focus too much on Prince Philip.
Oh yeah, I'm like hyper fixating on a card. This is why Jen is like the perfect like middle ground between me and Al. So it's great.
Perfect.
All right, which one do we want to go over next? You guys both have a shark list, but one is Ruby Sapphire and one is Ruby Steel.
Are we just like rolling through mine first?
Roll through yours first.
Yeah, we got to show everyone what it is.
I'm fine with whatever. Yeah, let's go with the Shark Attack one next because I think this might be like the more like meta of the ones that I've built for Overcooked.
Bronx.
This is so I mentioned before that I was like very excited for Ruby Steel in this format. And that I've been kind of tinkering with it in the previous format. So this is kind of like a combination of like a Tinkerbell deck with, having characters that are exerted and gaining lore. We got quite a few good new like 5+ strength characters in this set. One being like another Tinkerbell that just kind of fits perfectly like on curve with like a Tink shift line. If you go like turn 1 Tink, the new 3/1, which is already like, these cards were inkable in the past. Like it's kind of nuts that there's just like an inkable 3/1 1-drop. It's pretty sweet.
The one thing I will say about set 10 is they did all of them Vanish characters so dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
The number of 2-drop 3/3 inkable cards that came out, our poor boy Raja just got toasted, man. It was depressing.
Yeah. So with this list, it's another like it's kind of like a combination of a Tinkerbell list, but it's also very much like a shark list. So with some of the actions and stuff that we're running in this list, we have the new 2-cost action that's like if you have a character, I can't remember what it's called. Next Stop Olympus. Yeah,
so good.
If you have a character with 5 strength or more in play, you get to essentially play it for free.
Oh yeah, this is the one that you can loop. You can do like a loop with this one.
Yeah, exactly. So So in this, we're also playing, what is that, One Last Hope or One Last Chance?
And, yeah, so your character, your hero character.
Yeah. So
this card, gas too. I love this card.
Yeah, so we're playing that and kind of like I'm still here. I guess like the dream scenario is to have a shark stick on board for a turn, and then like have, you know, it's kind of a wild 4-card combo. But if you have I'm Still Here, one Last Hope, and then like the new Olympus card, like you can basically just wipe your opponent's board and keep buying back the Olympus card.
And gaining lore while you're at it.
Gaining lore for both the challenge and gaining lore, gaining lore of Shark as well, and for the action. So this is kind of like my take on like a combination of those two. We're also utilizing like the new Goliath, which I think is really sweet. When I was playing this deck, or similar version in set 9, I found that we were like really kind of lacking a character with like a good like enters playability, and while like Goliath doesn't exactly match that that brief, he does have like an end of turn effect that like kind of lets us draw cards.
This one?
Yes.
At the end of each player's turn, if they have 2 or more cards in their hand, they choose and discard cards until they have 2. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I was building Purple Steel, like real Purple Steel, not like locations Purple Steel, I almost wanted to play this card over Demona.
Yeah.
Hot take. Don't know how I feel about it yet. Haven't fully tested it. I tried to play my deck the other night, and it was like, there's no... like, it kept saying it was invalid because they didn't have all the cards. But, yeah. This card.
I've tried testing multiple decks, and I just can't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so with that card, like, not only like can kind of just keep your hand like fresh with cards. Deck doesn't really play a whole lot of card draw. You have a few docks. I'm Still Here. Cantrips and Mulan cantrips, things of that nature. But you're not typically drawing like a big grip of hand, a big grip. So like having something to like empty your hand into and then draw 2 cards late game is also pretty sweet. Especially
I'm curious why you didn't oh, hold on, what's our unequal count? Okay, 10. Why you didn't opt in for Desperate Plan, Beyond the Horizon, anything like that, to like give you like some kind of card draw? Are you playing Doc? Oh, I guess you're playing Doc.
She plays 3, I think, and then 3 Goliath.
Yeah.
And then one Scar just to hit the Bronx with for 7.
Yeah, exactly.
How many allies are we playing?
All the gargoyles are allies.
And Tink is also an ally.
The majority of the gargoyles are allies. I think Goliath is not.
Goliath is a hero.
Okay. Yeah. The rest of the gargoyles are allies.
Why no Mulan Shift?
So I considered it, and I really do like Shift Mulan. I liked it in the last set, but my thoughts are in this set that, like, as crazy as it sounds, there are a lot of just like characters with like high toughness, and like we really wanted to.
She only gets that toughness, her toughness for a turn if she shifted. So
yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Like we had to squeeze a lot of songs in this build. I wish that I had more room or space for characters, and there is a potential chance that we could cut a few of the songs or something, or trim a few numbers and include like Shift Mulan. But as far as like why I didn't include like Desperate Plan or Beyond the Horizon, it's simply because like I feel like the character count is already like super low in this deck, and in order to like try and hit like strength on curve or things like that, we have to play like we have to try and hit the characters on our curve. And
Powerline is so annoying on 2, like more so than Ursula on 2. I am not lying. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but being B King Undisputed on 3 versus strength is like it hits different. I don't know. It might just be me. It might just be me.
No, it's definitely
I get so tilted when I you're not playing B King. I don't think. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, you're not playing
He's
Beaking,
not.
but our resident Powerline lover in the chat, Runt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the Beaking on 3 makes me so tilted.
Annoying.
Explain to me why. You can't.
Right. But now we have Zeus. We got the new Zeus card, or I still can't remember. Threw his Thunderbolt or whatever the case.
Yeah, he hurled his Thunderbolt. Deal 4 damage to chosen character. Your deity characters gain Challenger +2. And if anybody was wondering, Maui will now swing for 9. Don't know what he's swinging into, guys, but he's swinging for 9.
Yeah. So
the Radigan.
Another cool thing I like about this list is like with the baby power line and then the new like 5-cost shift Tinkerbell that shifts for 3. You have a lot of early singers for your for your songs, so you can like set them up like I do think that there will see an increase in stats. So in terms of like the 2 power or less like mattering a whole lot in this set, I'm still unsure. Like with Headless Horseman and cards like that, I do think there will see some play, but I think that a lot of like the meta decks in the format will be, if they are a deck that really cares about their creatures, they will be playing creatures that are, that are protected versus those kind of effects. I feel like if those kind of decks really take off,
I will say that
there'll be some counterplay to that with like 3 power characters, but
I will say that from the little bit of testing that I've done, the power of my characters has not mattered as much as the cost.
Yeah.
The amount of times that I've gotten spookied is unbelievable. People are fiending for that card, which rightfully so. Like being able to put like the 4/4 Cobra into the Inkwell off of Spooky is just like crazy.
Oh yeah, I think that card's gonna definitely be like a card that helps like shape this meta, like define this meta, and that's like another reason. I've really been looking into. We're probably not going to showcase this list tonight because I really only playing for 3. But I've really been like focusing a lot on these like early shift cards, and like with the Horn King and Purple Steel, I think was probably going to be like in my mind is a worthy inclusion. But with Tink shifting on 3 with this new 5-cost Tink, kind of protects those early characters that they would otherwise get wiped away by Spooky Sight and things like that. These early shift lines are really going to like assist in that, and I think be important in the different colors. So I'm a huge fan of this new 5-cost Tinkerbell. Obviously playing it over the 6-cost Tinkerbell because it comes down a turn earlier and sings all the songs that you really need it to sing. So yeah.
Yeah, I will say that I've noticed that like playing any character card that is a 4-cost or higher is super important. So I think that Sapphire is definitely going to be like a very, very prevalent color in the meta moving into set 10, so that we can get to those like 4-cost characters, which makes me sad because Purple Steel, Amethyst Steel is current baby, but I can switch back over to being a Sapphire Steel player.
Well, you just need Horn King. You just need Horn King in your Purple Steel deck to get under that Spooky Sight. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just go like on a little side note. I made a little post in our group chat and stuff like that when we were talking, and I feel like that card's really being slept on right now. Like
Horn King.
Yeah, traditionally, like those effects of like whenever this is banished, return it to your hand or whatever, haven't been like super played. But this one just says like when it like on your turn, when it's banished in a challenge or whatever. So you have like the ability to kind of just like throw your docks into whatever for a point of damage that will like take it out. And bounce your dock back to your hand by like discarding a card or like rebuying effects like the new Hades or things like that. Just like being able
to Hades is so good.
Yeah, I think so.
The new Hades is literally so good. I love that card so much.
So I'm really excited for a lot of these like new shift lines have been really been kind of on my mind, like feeling that cards like Spooky Sight and Under the Sea will still like make a really big impact on this format, I think, or see a lot of play. I think these early shift lines like are going to be important in lists to kind of protect your characters from that. So
yeah. Also remember, it's the beginning of the format. These are just decks that we're like we're
Having
yapping
fun with.
about.
Absolutely,
Decks
absolutely,
good,
yeah.
So.
There could be absolute trash. Like this is I've done 0 testing with these decks. I will say that like up front. I do enjoy like theory crafting things and finding interesting synergies and all that. But yeah, this is all in theory. So
we love the theory. We love the theory. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a couple of lists at the DLC. I sat next to I think 2 or 3 where people were playing Ink Geyser. And
Yeah, I
they were
saw
playing
that.
like the Max Goof Ink Geyser list, and
yeah,
that list is insane. So I can only imagine like where we're going in set 10 here.
Okay, so this is actually a deck. I think we saw that. I think this is the spiciest list of the 3 that I brought today. This is a deck that actually Nate, I think he's in chat. I kind of brewed for him. He asked me to kind of build like a spicy, semi-competitive blue-green list, and kind of instead of going the ramp route, I decided to go more of an aggro route with it. And I think I kind of found some really interesting lines of play with this deck. So as the
Stitch.
Yeah, you'll notice like some spicy cards like Stitch, and whenever I first saw like Webby printed, like it took me like a little bit, but I was like, how can I like make my opponent ahead so that I can get value out of this card like every turn?
Mm-hmm.
And Stitch came to mind, and Stitch is like a 3/3 that whenever you play him, he puts the top card of your opponent's deck into their inkwell, face down. So it's kind of ramp for your opponents, but he kind of acts as like a Lilo. But with the new Webby that I'm a very big fan of, you kind of have this curve where you can go like turn 1 Webby, turn 2 Shift Webby, and then end of turn 3 Stitch, and basically guarantee that you're going to be,
the proc Webby.
Yeah, going to be able to proc Webby from then until whenever they deal with it.
I think the Prince John with the Ink Geyser is diabolical.
So rude.
Yeah. So and then also with the new with the new Daisy Duck, being able to like get to the point where you can play a Daisy Duck and then resetting your opponent back to 3 ink to essentially start. The problem with Daisy Duck right now as it exists is that like the later it gets into the game, like kind of the worse she is.
Yeah. But resetting that ink is crazy.
Yeah, so, but with that, you can set up the Daisy or whatever, and then potentially, the following turn or, whenever, obviously, the play is convenient, set up the Ink Geyser and set your opponents back to, 3 ink, and then they're basically on 3 ink for another turn because their ink enters exerted because of Daisy, and things of that nature. But one thing I did find, at first, whenever I brewed this deck, I was like, damn, this deck, dang, this deck, really, really would like basically scoop to Spooky Sight. But the more I thought about it, it puts all these cards in your inkwell, and whenever you Ink Geyser, you return those cards to your hand. So it kind of like
Spooky is not a song, guys.
So Spooky Sight kind of like ramps you up and allows you to just like maybe potentially hard cast a Daisy Duck or something to that nature, and then reset with Ink Geyser, and then get all those cards that were Spooky Sighted back to your hand.
I like that.
Yeah. So this deck just has like a lot of really weird synergies. Like, once again, we're kind of running like the Mother Knows Best as like a 4 of with we can kind of do the same thing a little less efficiently with. Or wait, never mind. No, it is not. Okay, never mind. I'm getting correct. I chose not to do that. We're running Emerald
It's a different list.
Different list. We're running Emerald Chromacon in this one. Yeah.
This is also a very good combo. The Chromacon with the Prince John's mirror. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, this deck just kind of designed to be like a low to the ground, maybe curve like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe potentially turn 5, play a couple things that reset with Ink Geyser to keep your opponents from really getting, to those high lore totals that are needed for, like blue green or Blur Bull, things of that nature. And then, instead of playing a super expensive card like Bend to My Will to affect my opponent's hand size, we went with Prince John's Mirror to kind of like, keep them basically from just like replaying all their typos, sales, things like that, and really make them decide what cards they want to keep. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty.
I like it.
It's a good one.
It's a very different version of like the Ink Geyser list that I saw at DLC, but I think like both lists can have a place in the meta depending on kind of how things settle out. I think aggro will always be a thing. I feel like most aggro players are very much not afraid of Spooky Sight. They're like, sick, cool, put it all in my inkwell, and then I'll just start doing whatever. So I definitely think that aggro still has a place, and I think this version, like of an aggro deck, is like a little bit more powerful into like a Spooky Sight. So
yeah,
I like
it. Yeah, it's a super spicy brew. Whether or not it'll be good or not, it's all in theory. But it is possible, as people have been suggesting in chat, that like maybe Spooky Sight isn't as spooky as it seems in terms of letting you, kind of ramping your opponent. But it's kind of. It has some like play around, you can play around with the Spooky Side a little bit by taking certain lines and things like that. And I've always really enjoyed. I think like Gadget Hack Wrench is like a pretty cool design as a card. We're paying like the baby Clarabelle as well, but we're not playing like the shift Clarabelle. So
yeah, I see that.
It was a little bit more expensive than I didn't really want to. Have my like shift targets white. I thought about Spooky Side a lot when I was building this list, despite the fact that it kind of scoops to it. Like, I didn't want my shift targets being like wiped away by that, and like, these colors don't have like great draws, so I'm kind of utilizing the Clarabelle, and Gadget is more just like I've dumped my hand, now I'm gonna like cantrip this card to to find another one or whatever. So yeah.
I mean, the lists that aren't playing blue, you'll be fine. But I mean, they have to find the Spooky Site and all that stuff. So
I 100% do not think that Spooky Site is gonna be a 4 of in any deck. So it's going to be a matter of like finding the card for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So
we're all already struggling with Inkables.
I do think it's like a really like interesting list though, because there are just like a lot of wild things that you can do with Stitch and Webby. Like Stitch is basically just like a Leela that ramps your opponent, and it's got really cool art. And so
it's always the enchanted Webby, if we have not noticed that, right?
It's always the enchanted everything, right? Like we have.
No, it's not, because the Stitch was not enchanted, but the Webby was.
But the Webby is just so cute.
I know.
It is. Woo.
That's why it cracks me up.
I watched like all of DuckTales like in like the last not like over the course of but in the last 2 years I've watched like the entirety of the new like DuckTales series, and Webby is
so good.
I'm gonna confess something, guys.
I've never seen DuckTales.
Not that. But I was items all the way, Popsicle, Hiram, the whole shebang. Never watched Zootopia until yesterday.
Yeah, it's a banger, and there's gonna be a second.
I've never watched Zootopia. Why are you looking at me like that? I never watched Zootopia until yesterday. It's super cute. I have, however, watched The Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah.
So I was halfway there.
Zootopia is amazing. I can't wait for number 2.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna go see Zootopia in the theaters for sure.
Get that promo.
All right, you wanna go your list?
Yeah, that's fine. Both my lists, I've been trying to play my list. I was only able to play that one, the one that says the king. Yeah.
All right, let's go with the king.
And Lord Canito hates me.
Yeah. All right, what do we have here?
The goal is you go all the way down.
Okay.
It's a circle of life, and then the Simba, and then the Big Mickey.
A teammate after my own heart. The bodyguard Mickey.
Spicy.
The only issue, if there's a card underneath him, I can reveal it's Mufasa.
It's Mufasa.
It's
right?
Mufasa. Yeah.
Mufasa. Okay.
So I've been working on this, and then also a Ruby version of this. But I felt like this could be a little easier because all the gargoyles are like discarding, right? That I'm playing, and then I'm like, sick. I can discard the big stuff, keep the little stuff, and then circle of life all of that back.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you get the Simba out, it's over. Like I can just start slamming shit out. Lord Canito hates me though, so I can never find Circle of Life. So
are you playing 4?
4, yeah.
Oh, okay. You're just
Lord Canito is just buns because I can find everything else.
4 uninkables? It's crazy.
That's crazy.
We love it.
I like that we're taking advantage of this Mickey too, like this Amber Mickey that boosts the toughness.
Bumps it up to he gets because then 2 or more.
Imagine a 10, 12 bodyguard Mickey Hades. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Why? Why would you do that? That would literally hurt my feelings.
That's literally what used to happen to my bodyguard Mickey all the time. Was it would just get Hades. It was very sad.
So if I'm not, I don't know the ruling. So I would think that the Rhino, right, would proc the Mickey because it's Amber technically, or does it count for 2 and it doesn't? It still counts
both.
Oh my god, we're in there then. That's why I did it. I was like, Rhino's such a good card, and he just eats everything, and it's a 4, so it's gonna stick no matter what. And then all the gargoyles are like discarding a card and stuff like that. So I'm like, I can get all the big shit out. And then I
feel like the best champion is Pluto.
Pluto is pretty cool. I like Pluto's.
Pluto's pretty gas.
I feel like Pluto's really good in like a Ruby Steel because it's about challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like,
items too.
Yeah, and the
item hate.
You could almost do a split with this, you could almost do like a split with the Mickey and
the Pluto.
The Pluto, yeah, because you're playing some of like the dueling cards like Rhino and Troubadour and things like that.
Yeah, and then your bodyguard Mickey just starts challenging into stuff, gaining lore,
chomping on everything.
Yeah, because also the bodyguard Mickey doesn't say on your turn; it just says when it's banished.
I know, it's such a good. So this was mine. I was like, I missed Mufasa very much, and they gave us Simba, and I love this Simba. I think it's so good. Yeah, each card.
This card is wild. This Headless Horseman is like just such a wild card. Like,
I feel like you need to play more actions for like to proc effect, right?
No, I don't do it for that. I do it just to discard cards, so I can discard the Simba, and then he can sing Circle of Life by himself.
Oh, I see.
I think it's also wild because it has this like effect too, where like it's like a roulette effect, and it's for like both players, where it can really like throw some people's gameplay off by just like making them discard 3 random cards. Like
and then they're gonna see a Circle of Life come out, and they're gonna be like, they're
holding those 2 Hades for your bodyguard Mickey, like,
so I'm hoping that this is like, I am gonna test this out. I've been trying to do it on Lorcanito. Lorcanito really does hate me. I can just never find like Circle of Life doesn't exist, I guess, on Lorcanito. But this is the list that I do want to try and test more and more and see what I can do with it.
I really like this Hudson too. I think Hudson is.
I love Hudson. Like,
I
thought Hudson. I thought Hudson. I like David too.
I like David and Hudson. Yeah, those two are definitely two of my favorite cards.
Yep. So this is my spin on Amber Steel, especially with that Simba. I think that Simba is just one of the best cards that came out, and I love that card. So I'm gonna
Gas,
try to get it to
gas,
work.
gas.
Yeah.
I love that Simba. I'm glad that we got like a Mufasa-ish, like
Yeah.
I'm
effect
curious to
back.
try it in maybe like a yellow-green list where we have someone like the support for boost or whatever, where you can
Yeah.
boost some
I
additional
thought about
times
that,
one.
and I have other lists that
Yeah.
support boost. So
Clip it in the chat.
Yeah.
The three people that always say that cards are good, me, Al, and Dom, Hudson is slept on.
Yeah.
Hudson's good.
Yeah, I think Hudson is good.
So
Just
it's
like
and
it's a very good sized body, and just like
he's
I feel like
inkable
the
too.
bodies this set are like
Yeah.
very powerful.
And I just love the fact that when I was building this, I was like, oh shit. Or that's inkable. This is inkable. The only uninkable is the Mickey.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Now,
try.
I want to see this one.
Okay, this one's not completed. I was just thinking of stuff, so bear with
All right,
me.
we got 61 random cards. Let's see what they are.
All right.
Why do you have to look like that?
No one drops.
What does this
That's
do?
fine.
Well, there's a
Oh,
card.
reckless.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we got a reckless build.
The point is to get Maui out.
We got a lot of
Yeah.
boost characters. You're gonna be
I know.
boosting your Mauis.
I like the boot.
Under
Well,
your
that
stars.
I like this card because it minuses 5, so it'll keep my
The
Maui
scar,
alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the set one scar.
Yeah.
We had a set one scar that was like a 6-drop inkable, and it
basically just had that same effect on play. I think it was just
yeah,
like
it was an
on
on
play
play
it gave
effect.
it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And also the boost for the Aries, by the way.
Oh, once per turn, when you put a card under one of your cards, you may ready. Oh yeah, you can
So
re-ready
you can
your
proc
shark.
you can proc well no, you can proc the Aladdin and all that stuff.
This man forgot all the good cards minus shark.
Okay. Okay.
Those are def cards that are either red or blue.
You guys must have liked the other list, but this list you guys hate. That's wild. Man,
I do think there are
have
some
a
spicy
list.
cards in this list, though. I do really like this new Kristoff, and
I do love
like
this Kristoff.
Hermes.
Everyone's
card.
about Cindy, and I
Yeah.
get Cindy's really good and all that stuff, but I prefer and I love the Kristoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's same size body as like Cinderella, but like Quest for 2, and you can do like essentially this. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing, but you can do a similar thing on turn 4 with it. Is
on my Blurple list, I have Cindy, but on a lot of my other blue lists, I run Kristoff because I just love Kristoff.
So I think something that needs to be like, I'm gonna say this, all right, guys. If you're gonna play boost characters, don't play 3. For one, because you're putting a card face down from the top of your deck. So losing deck knowledge. You don't know what's in your deck anymore. And then on top of that, the Kristoff is a card face down and exerted. You no longer know what's in your inkwell.
Great.
Like you have to be very cautious of that when we're playing boost characters, when we're using cards that ink from the top of our deck. People
I don't know what she's talking about right now, but this is Overcooked, and we're gonna play Kristoff. And I don't know about all this knowledge-based stuff, but I'm gonna boost Kristoff like 3 times, and then you're gonna Hades him, and I'm gonna get all that.
The Hermes.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Mufasa. Sweet. I'm playing Mufasa, guys. I'm grabbing cards back from my inkwell.
Okay. I don't know what's going on right now.
Back in my day with Rafiki, it was an uninkable 3/3 rush, and now it's just inkable. And
y'all, I like the energy. I like the energy from the first deck list. That's crazy.
This is a good deck list. This is a good deck list. I think that we try again though. I want to see you play this. I want to see you play this. You need to play at least 10 games and then tell me how it goes. He's gonna crash out after the 3rd game.
I
Please leave
tried.
it in the Discord when it happens.
So listen, I tried, and then I was on the Forbidden website. I played Kristoff, and then I was like boost, and then the whole screen said trash, and I was like sick. Boost never happened. I instantly got off, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. Corey was there, and I was like, I can't even.
Yeah, because the boost effect isn't working yet. It's just because the boost effect isn't.
It's also pretty sweet that we're spooky siding like 60% or 70% of our deck too with this list. So,
yeah, but think exactly
all the ramp.
If I Kristoff and I have like four cards under whoever,
wait,
I spooky sight my own.
Too?
Yes, and then I could just start playing Maleficent and then the Maui's and the Scars for free.
Guys, I didn't read that card all the way.
Yeah, spooky side is everything, all 3 or less, including your own. So
yeah, spooky side be prep.
No way we thought spooky was one way. Okay, look, calm down.
We did not.
All right, it's our new prep.
Well, me and Corey talked about that. That's why he was like, if you spooky sight and you Kristoff, you get all that. And I'm like, oh, that's smart. And then I use
11 uninkables. God.
That's okay. You have Kristoff.
Yeah, that's true. What are your uninkables? Oh, it's the Scar, the Spooky, and the Bee King. Okay, I mean, that's not terrible. We don't hate that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you put Visions and Develop, so we're at least digging. You should have played Henwen. You should have played Henwen and Henwen's Vision, okay?
You're not wrong, but I was thinking about small stuff so I can like gain a lot of lore off Maui.
Hell yeah.
Shark deck, no rocket, tragic. That's actually true. You should absolutely find a way to give your Maui rush.
Yeah. There's also there's also a Mushu that costs 3 or less if you want to spooky sight that too. Like that in there, and like maybe give your.
He said if you want to spooky sight that too.
Guys, the point is to get ink.
You're right. Because
I'm about to spooky sight someone's old deck, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah.
You're gonna play something," and I'm gonna be like, "Maleficent." And be like,
also, you're not playing like.
I think if you're like spooky sighting your own stuff, you're playing 4. Yeah.
I didn't want to play Hades because I'm afraid to play Hades in this deck.
Why?
Because it's Uninkables is already 11.
And it's a good card.
But that's what we have Kristoff for.
I hope the deck you're about to show for yourself is like a 10 out of 10 fucking world competitive deck, bro.
Guys, are you ready for this gas? Okay.
All right.
Disrespect is real. At least the first deck I built was good.
But it's cool. It's fine. We're in there. This is a location-based deck, okay? So we had some thoughts, right? We're back to the John Silver drawing board.
Best card in the game.
We have lots of ways to draw. We got Diablo at 3, Dolores at 3, Dumbo at 4, Genie at 4. And then we're playing this little guy. Exert chosen ready character of yours to draw cards equal to that character's lore. So, John Silver says he gains a lore for every location you have in play. Yeah, and do we know how many locations we have? 17, baby. We're in there.
Yeah. This new you're actually not running it. There's a new like power crept ferry ship that's like it's like a 1/4 like steel location that like when it's got like the same like move cost and what's it called as Ghost Ship or whatever, but you get to draw and discard a card.
Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia. Yeah, so
I thought about playing Zootopia, but I don't remember why I decided not to. Oh, hold on. Gotta go back to the deck. Give me a second. I don't remember what. So like we thought about it, but I think we honestly would potentially play that over Fairy Ship. I think we still play Fairy Ship. I was thinking about taking out the library since we do have the action, and then playing the 8 1-drop locations. 17 location sales. Yes. This is the continent of location. Guys, it's a location-based deck. We're trying to draw 17 cards off of John Silver, all right?
Keep it going, guys. Keep it going.
Yeah, there's some
But I think
spicy
you keep.
locations in this format or in
But I
this
think
set.
you keep the ones that you have because a lot of the cards that we're getting is the attack power is so high on like a lot of the cards. So like library having 8, it'll survive if like Bronx hits it.
That's why we
So-
also like the games afoot. Also a Gray Mouse Detective card, guys. If you weren't aware, you should watch the movie. It's like the greatest of all time. Anyways, you move 2 characters to the same location for free, and then that location gains resist 2. So, like, essentially, your library turns into a 10.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I mean,
Pretty gas. Can't
Yeah.
lie.
It is.
yeah.
And then this new location is pretty good. Chosen characters gain tap and draw a card.
Yeah.
It's Dumbo without the lore gain. And then this location, while you have characters here, this location gets +1 for each other location that you have in play. And then while you have a character here, you pay 1 less to play location. So my library could cost me
2
1 or 2.
or 0.
it stacks.
2. I forgot you only
Yeah,
have
it
2.
stacks.
Fairy
So if I
ships
have
and
both of them out.
Zootopias are 0.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's great. Like honestly, like if there's the only issue you run into, I think, is just like obviously consistency.
Not finding John Silver.
Yeah, that too.
So I think when I'm looking at this, I think like a Nala would be super sick in here with like the card that lets you like exert a ready character and draw cards equal to their lore. It's like a 2 costing character that can like potentially draw you 3 cards. Could be like super sick or something to like.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, something to consider there. But
This deck should be called.
I really like. I really like the look of these locations decks. I saw someone post a list earlier, and it
That's crazy.
It looks super spicy. So
we have a bunch of nice things to say about this list, but nothing.
Too bad
to say
you
about
can't
my
have
red
Jafar
bird.
and win with that 1 combo. That's actually so gas. Let's talk about this for Infinity for a second. No, I'm just kidding. That would be insane, though.
I tried to bring Infinity to Milwaukee, and everyone was like, or I tried to bring Jafar to Milwaukee, and everyone was like, don't you dare do it. And I was like,
I told you to do it.
I should have.
Still better than the last list. Let's go. Gang.
Gang.
Locations gang.
Okay, but my symbols list was the main one. That was gas.
The Simba list was really good. I actually really like the Simba
cool.
list.
That's my main one. And I'm working on another one, but
I do want to
Yeah,
work
next
on,
week.
so I am going to be building so I have 3 decks that I have tasked myself to build and attempt to make good. And it was the Purple Steel Locations, which I have started that. But then the Princess Detectives, which is going to be Ruby Sapphire, and then Sapphire Steel Detectives deck. Because yeah.
Because screw evasives and items. Yeah.
But to be fair, they all gain like alert and stuff. So like evasive is like kind of like irrelevant.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
not irrelevant, but like you do have the like the hate or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
hold
was
on,
considering the Judy Hopps line in that blue-green deck that I was building before. Like I think the Judy Hopps line is kind of cool, like the 4/3 Judy Hopps into like the big one. But oh wait, this is a different list. I was actually building a very meme list with down in New Orleans and just like a ton of 6 drops.
Dino?
Yeah, Dino and just like a ton of 6 drops with like the new like shift lines and stuff like that. And just considering Judy Hopps in that list is like a way to deal with items and have like alert and things like that. So
we're gonna trash this list too, right?
Okay, so this is Dom's spicy list. Corey also has a spicy list he would like for me to show on the stream. So this is Dom's spicy green purple bounce back. No magic staff, 0 out of 10 list. I will say, if you're playing a bounce back deck and you're not playing Maleficent staff,
Buns.
Are you playing a bounce back deck?
No.
Dom, are you here to defend yourself?
He is here.
Either way, though, we got the Clarabelle shift line with the only 2 1-drop Clarabelle. I need you to defend yourself with that one. We got the Webby shift line. Of course, we love the Webby. What does this Scrooge do?
Which one?
When you
So
play this character, draw a card, then choose and discard a card when this character is challenged. Return this card to your. Oh yeah. I actually kind of like this card. Do you live by a train track?
I do, yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
was like, what is that? Oh, it's crashing me out. When you play this character, you may choose and discard a card to return chosen character. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I love going back to the wrong lever, pull the lever. I loved that deck at the end of set 8. Was it set 8? Yeah, at the end of set 8. So like that was pretty gas.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually really like Bobby with that. I was brewing a little bit with green purple too, and like pull the lever, wrong lever, and I think Bobby is really good with those lists because you can kind of just like discard the pull the lever to Bobby, and then wrong lever on turn 3 or whatever.
We
You
aren't
don't necessarily
dependent
have to
on
draw all the cards.
Claire.
So.
We play her after Spooky. Plus, this is more aggressive. Tom says.
I also feel like you play the Olaf.
Well, it bounces to your hand.
It bounces one of your cards back to your hand when he's challenged.
So you're playing that
Talk
and
about a whole
Maleficent
deck
Steph?
dying to Spooky. Calm down.
It really does, doesn't it?
I still think it. So like the chat was saying though, like right, like everybody's super worried about Spooky, but like we're not even in the format yet, so we don't know how things are gonna go.
Yeah, you also have like the Webby shift line in this too, which is something that you can really like dig for against those decks because any deck that's going to be playing Spooky side is going to be ramping. So I feel like in those kind of matchups, this is something that's like a key card that you're going to be looking for in those types of matchups or whatever as the Webby shift because helps you keep.
It's also like you can Spooky me, and then I'm just gonna pull the lever, and I'm gonna start drawing my own cards and play my genies
or Clarabelle.
Yeah.
So
1v1 me. Okay, we got some challenging going on in the chat.
I'd love to hear it.
Overall, I feel like this deck still is like has legs. I think a lot of decks have legs. Like last format was obviously very open.
So like my red blue has legs.
A peg leg.
It's got a leg to stand on though.
Crazy. Wow.
What list did you want me to show, Corey?
We'll work on it.
Oh, I remember.
It needs a little more cooking. It might just be dough at the moment.
Oh no. Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. I got it. We're in there. We're showing this list. Give me a second. I'm bouncing back. All right, this is the last list we're gonna show. Here we go. Okay, this is Corey's Blurple Exert. So the whole point is to quite literally exert your opponent's characters, and we're gaining lore with the book. The book says during your turn, whenever one of your opposing characters becomes whenever an opposing character becomes exerted, gain 1 lore. Your character is named Demona, gain rush.
This combo is super spicy.
Yes, very spicy. So we have Ursula exerting, Elsa exerting, Demona exerting, Big Elsa exerting. We also,
that's it.
Honestly, no. And then Elephant's just like bouncing these cards back so you can exert again.
Yeah.
I feel like this deck could be really good. I feel like you definitely have to like hard ramp to your exertion cards, and you kind of rely on the Elephant to bounce those cards back to your hand. The Demona is just like so gas. If you bounce your Demona back to hand and do it again, like the next turn, it's just like like so good.
I don't have a whole lot of experience on Blurple. Yeah, I have a lot of experience playing against it, but not a lot of experience on it. But I feel like as kind of like a Dumbo deck and things like that. Like I'm not 100% sold on Demona in that deck, as it can like really like decrease your hand size late game. You have to like discard down to 3, I believe it is, or if you have more than 3, discard to.
She just doesn't ready, yeah.
Okay, yes. So she won't ready. So I mean, that's not, I guess, like the worst drawback if you get like that effect of like exerting all your opponent's characters. So yeah, I can definitely see Demona working in Blairpool, and I think like again like that book combo is super spicy, and I think it might even see like some purple seal play with that because the purple steel deck that I've been brewing or whatever is kind of very similar with the package of like Elsa and Ursula and Demona as well. So I think there might be something to that. So
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think that they're like decks like this. We're gonna see a lot of like spicy decks that do weird stuff.
In this next set, yeah.
In this next set, because I like set 2, guys. This is a power creep set. We got a lot of insane cards. Only need 1 ramp really, just to get to 7. Then you do your whole game plan. Yeah, I agree. They're talking it over in the chat on what could be good for ramp.
Chitty chat.
But yeah, I am very excited. I feel like most of Ohana, just generally speaking, is like in the works of building and testing multiple decks for set 10, and we have lots to do before Richmond. Lots to do before the CCQ at CCS in December. So I don't know. Y'all might see us pull up with some spice or something.
yeah,
Hopefully.
Excited.
hit you with a part 2.
Yeah, for real. Alrighty, guys. Once again, thank you for joining us for LORCANA Overcooked. We are gonna let's see who we can. Can we raid somebody? Who are we gonna raid?
Yeah, it was awesome getting to do the show with you guys, and I finally got to make it happen. So
we're glad you were here. Glad you're gonna be a part of us.
I'm super glad that you decided to join us. We always need somebody that actually builds good decks sometimes, because me and Al sometimes cook and then overcook.
Both my decks were gas.
So, yeah.
Both my decks were gas.
Can we get a vote in the chat?
You don't have to. We don't need to do that.
DKP gonna be checking out your list.
Yeah, DKP definitely gonna play that list for sure. Clip it in the chat, send it on Twitter, guys. Tag him. All right, we're gonna go over to Bro Hamilton and we're gonna raid him. And yeah, thanks guys for joining us, and we'll see you maybe
soon.
next week.
Yeah.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.